Good morning. This is Kent Blaylock with SDG Replays coming to you on this Saturday morning, July 1st, 2023, as we're outdoors this morning enjoying this beautiful day and just excited for this 4th of July weekend and looking forward to what we are going to see for the 4th of July. And I am introducing this morning a new board game that I've seen several playing. It's called Squared Circle, the wrestling board game. And that is what I'm going to be playing this morning. I am going to play it as I'll go ahead and move over to it so you don't have to look at my ugly mug, but we'll be playing it using this Excel helper that I just created myself, and just play with it that way. I will have the charts and everything off to the side. You won't see those. You see I have a ball roller in the corner. They'll give us our dice rolls. The top two are D20s that will give us each participant. Oh, let me go ahead and introduce the participants. We have Dick Murdoch, Dirty Dick Murdoch, facing off against Arn, the Enforcer Anderson. And joining Arn Anderson at the ring will be his manager, J.J. Dillon. So back to the ball roller. This game is played with rolling 2d20 to get whoever wrestler has the control for that move, and then you roll 2d10s to get your number range from 0 to 100. The red 5 is a 6-sided dice that will give us an addition to the roll, the points that they accumulate, plus 6, whatever that dice reads. And the white is a D8 that we will use on the cheat charts. If you'll notice, for each wrestler, up above each wrestler, Dick Murdoch will be the red dice and Arn Anderson will be the blue. You have their power points. They're pretty close in power points. Dick Murdoch is at 680 and Arn Anderson's at 685. And the power points, each move, whatever move is created, will deduct those power points from them. I'm not counting moves this time. That's what the yellow blocks are to the side if you want a time limit, but this is going to be a no time limit match between these two, so we won't be using that. But if you'll see down below, I have the 680 and the 685 results. Those, when they are deducted, will drop down. There are levels to which you get your pin and fall and submission chart. I have that calculating for them at level 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 for the pinfalls and submissions. So again, I will be looking at the charts off screen, but we're going to get into this match. In this match, we'll find Dirty Dick Murdoch at 680 power points against Arn Anderson at 685. The ball roller is to your bottom right, and that's where we'll get our results. So let's start this match. As the bell rings, I get a sip of coffee, and off we go. Looks like Arn Anderson has the first roll, and he starts out hard and heavy as they josh about in the ring. He kicks Murdoch to the gut and lifts him up and immediately hits him with a spine buster. That is a finisher move. And I also failed to mention on the points, I'm going to double the points. I just found as I've been rolling offline, it makes it a little quicker and easier for streaming if we double the points. That way it will not be as long. But the spine buster is a plus 25 on the chart. We'll double that. That is 50 and add 3. So that's a 53 point move right away, as Arn Anderson is wanting to make quick work with Dick Murdoch. But he'll have, in order to roll for a pin, he'll have to get control in this next move because it's only a 1 asterisk. And he does. So he will be rolling for the pin. And it's a level B. I mean, it's a level B move, but we're still on level 0. So it's a rolls of 1, 21, and 95. So that's a count of 1, count of 2, and barely kicks out. That 94, if it would have been 96, this would have been over. But Dick Murdoch barely kicks out after being hit with that spine buster right away from Arn Anderson. Roll control. Anderson still has the control on that roll of 60. He follows up that spine buster as Dick Murdoch is laying on the ground. He stomps him on the arm. That's 17 more points. That's a plus 8 move. Times 2 is 16. Plus 1 is 17. As he's still banging away on Dick Murdoch. This time Murdoch has the rule. And he hits him high. Bangs him about a bit around the neck and face. Kicks him in the gut. And up with Arn Anderson, he goes and he performs his own brain buster. Plus 33 finish move. We'll double that to 66. Add to 3. That's 69 points. And that he will roll for the pin as well. Both delivering heavy blows early in this match. It's a B finisher as well. Still on level 0 as the pin roll goes. There's 1, a count of 1, a count of 2, and he will kick out at 3. So both men bring in the heat early as both have delivered brain busters, a brain buster and a spine buster early in this match, and both wrestlers reeling from the onslaught. As we continue in this match, Arn Anderson laying on the mat. Dick Murdoch continues to deliver punishment as he drops a knee into the back of Arn Anderson. Plus 4 move, 8. So that'll be 14 more. Whoops, that's the wrong side. Deliver that to Arn Anderson. 14 more on Arn Anderson as they continue to bang upon each other. This time Anderson with the control. An 88. He takes Murdoch and he rams his head into the turnbuckle. That's 21 damage points to Dick Murdoch as they continue to bang away upon each other. Got the wrong spot. Let's delete that off of Arn Anderson. So down to 588 is Dick Murdoch. He will be at level 1 at 544 as the action continues, as Arn Anderson is banging away on Dick Murdoch. He again has control. He continues to drop knees into the back of Dick Murdoch. 7 more damage as Murdoch is reeling in pain outside the ring. Again, head on the wrong side. 7 more damage points to Dick Murdoch. He's down to 581. Here is the roll. Again, Arn Anderson kicking the back and legs of Dirty Dick Murdoch. $14 more damage points done to Murdoch. Arn Anderson has control so far in this match, but Dick Murdoch struggles and gets up from off the ground. Drops Arn Anderson with 2 quick rights to the body. Arn Anderson is down and he drops an elbow drop upon the back of the head of Arn Anderson as he's laying on the ground. That is a finishing move. It'll be 24 points, 24 plus 5 more, 29 points. And if he gets control, does Dick Murdoch, he can try to roll him up for the pin as Anderson's down to 573, and he does not get control as Arn Anderson struggles up after having that elbow dropped on the back of his head. Makes a quick move and drops the neck and head of Dick Murdoch onto the ropes for 13 damage points to Dick Murdoch as he trips him into the ropes. As he falls into the ropes, Murdoch struggling now in pain as he's 10 points away from level 1. But Murdoch looks to fire back as he arm drags Arn Anderson to the mat for 5 points. 5 damage points to Arn Anderson as these two are going at it heavily in the ring. 2 evenly matched wrestlers trying to get the upper hand. Murdoch still firing away as he drops a quick knee into the back of Arn Anderson for 14 more damage. Anderson is down now to 568, 20 points away from level 1 as both are getting closer to level 1. Dick Murdoch still in control. Gets a leg lock on Arn Anderson as he's cranking down on the knee of Arn Anderson, trying to wear him down. For 6 more damage points to Arn Anderson. Anderson's crying out in pain. He pokes the eye of Dick Murdoch, jumps up quickly, and is choking Murdoch on the ropes for 19 damage points to Dirty Dick Murdoch. And Murdoch is now to level 1 as he's being choked on the ropes. But Murdoch had enough of that, and he punches Arn Anderson in the gut and in the head, a left, a right, and then another left for 22 damage points as he delivers hard blows to the head and body of Arn Anderson as they continue to battle in the center of the ring. Again, Murdoch this time tosses Anderson off the ropes, and as he comes off the ropes, hits him with a shoulder block for 15 more damage points. As Arn Anderson is knocked to the floor, he too now is at level 1 in their finishing moves. As they continue to do battle in the center of the ring, Arn Anderson tosses Murdoch off the ropes. Quick kick to the gut. Sets Murdoch up. Up he goes. And another spine buster for 51 damage points as he lifts Murdoch up and brings him crashing to the ground with that spine buster. If Anderson can get this control, he can try for the pin. And he does not, as Murdoch struggles up after being hit from that spine buster. The tough, Dirty Dick Murdoch, who would later be known as Captain Redneck, but that's later on. He delivers 2 swift forearms to the head of Arn Anderson for 20 damage points as he rocks Anderson with those forearms. They continue to battle. This time, Anderson fires back, kicks Dick Murdoch low as he goes below the belt. Murdoch drops to the ground, and Anderson drops the elbow on the back of Dick Murdoch as he's trying underhanded measures. And it works well as it's 18 more damage points to Murdoch. They continue to battle it out in the ring as Arn Anderson stands over his opponent. Murdoch, as Anderson goes to pick Murdoch up, quick poke in the eye, and as Anderson steps back with the eye rake for this 7 damage points on Arn Anderson as he rakes the eyes of Arn Anderson to give him a little bit of time to recover. Anderson didn't appreciate that move too much, and he gives a quick knee to the gut of Dick Murdoch for 13 damage points to Dirty Dick Murdoch. Both wrestlers looking to gain the upper hand, but it's been a back and forth match so far. We got Murdoch at 453 damage points, Anderson at 498, as Murdoch now has control. And again, he lifts a knee into the gut of Arn Anderson. For 16 more damage points to Arn Anderson. They continue to do this back and forth battle. Anderson grabs the leg of Dick Murdoch, cinches down on it with the leg lock, as both are trying to wear down the other. It's 7 more damage points to Dirty Dick Murdoch as he's nearing level 2, 40 points away. As they continue to battle, this time Arn Anderson with punches to the gut and face and head of Dick Murdoch. A quick left, a right, and then another right for 20 more damage points as Murdoch is reeling from the punches thrown by Arn Anderson. Anderson stalking his opponent as he looks to continue. And this will be our first look at the wrestling wrestle chart. That's when you roll doubles. And this is going to be wrestle chart 60. It says the wrestlers in the ring bury each other in a ground game, grappling and reversing moves as they try to get the upper hand for 10 moves. But since we're not timing that, that's not going to be in effect in that. So we'll just continue in the action. And this time Murdoch with the upper hand delivers an elbow to the neck of Arn Anderson for 16 damage as they continue to bang away at one another. Neither one really getting the upper hand as of yet. This time Murdoch with the arm bar. I think now both are trying to catch their breath. He slaps the arm bar on Anderson for just 3 damage points as he's cranking on that arm. Anderson looks to grabs the head of Dick Murdoch and rams his. No, I was looking at the wrong chart. Excuse me. He drops Murdoch onto the ropes and begins to choke Murdoch on the ropes as he's draping his body across the ropes and cranking down on his neck for 17 damage points. As Murdoch on the ropes and 1 point away from level 2 as Murdoch is being draped across the ropes. He quickly spins and lifts a knee into the stomach of Arn Anderson, the enforcer, for 10 damage points on Arn Anderson as he lifts that knee into his gut. Again, these two are just back and forth in this match. No one gaining the upper hand. Murdoch with a kick to the leg and knee of Arn Anderson for 19 damage. As they're just trying to find a way to get the upper hand as it's back and forth, knees and kicks and punches as they fire away at each other in center ring. But Murdoch tosses Anderson off the ropes again as he comes off the rope. A quick kick to the gut. And up Anderson goes. It's going to be another brain buster delivered by Dick Murdoch. And that brain buster is going to be 72 damage onto Arn Anderson as he lifts him up and high, and he comes crashing down on his head. That'll bring him to 362. He's now at level 2, and Dick Murdoch rolls him up for the pin. Here comes the roll for the pin on level 2, and that being a B move. It's 118 and 86. So the ref's arm comes down for 1. And that will be all as he kicks out on 2 as Anderson says, not yet, as he kicks out. As Anderson kicks out, he delivers a kick to the midsection of Dick Murdoch for 13 damage to Murdoch. As Murdoch stunned at how quickly Anderson recovered from that brain buster. Both wrestlers in desperation, as both are at level 2. As they continue the back and forth battle, Murdoch takes the head of Arn Anderson and slams it into the turnbuckle for 26 more damage to Anderson, as Anderson is reeling, having his head just blasted into the turnbuckle. As they continued to go at it, Anderson fires back as he grabs the arm of Dick Murdoch, working on that arm, trying to wear him down for 18 more damage on Dirty Dick Murdoch. Murdoch is down to 396 now. It's Murdoch with the control. Does an arm drag on Anderson, taking him to the mat for 10 damage points. Continue to wrestle in center ring. Murdoch still has control as he lifts a knee into the head of Arn Anderson, bouncing off his temple. For 13 more damage points, as Anderson is reeling from this onslaught from Murdoch. As J.J. Dillon looks on, he's beginning to get concerned for Anderson, as Murdoch drags him again by the arm down to the ground. 6 more damage. But Arn Anderson now up quickly. Again, delivers a forearm shiver to Murdoch that knocks him to the ground. Then he begins to stomp on the arm of Dick Murdoch for 22 damages. He continues to kick and kick and kick on the arm of Dick Murdoch. Again, each wrestler just trying to get an upper hand and wear down the other. Oops. Wrong entry. Murdoch is now down to 374 in his damage. Again, Dick Murdoch with control. It's just a grapple as they try to get the upper hand. No points delivered, as Arn Anderson now continues to just kick the arm and stomp on the arm of Dick Murdoch for 20 more damage to Murdoch. The action continues as these two are continued to battle one another. Arn Anderson with the control delivers a sharp right to the head and then the gut and back to the head punches delivered to Murdoch. 20 more damage. Arn Anderson now in control, but Murdoch reverses it as he throws Anderson into the turnbuckle for 19 damage. And Anderson fires right back with kicks to the legs and hip of Dick Murdoch. For 15 more damage on Murdoch. back and forth this action goes as Arn Anderson still in control. Quick toss of Murdoch off the ropes as he comes bounding off the ropes. Arn Anderson up with him, spine buster as he goes crashing to the mat. 54 damage on Dick Murdoch. And if Anderson gets control, he can roll for the pin. And he does not, as Dick Murdoch tries to roll up Arn Anderson with a small package, but Anderson kicks out, but he takes him down to the ground for 5 damage to Anderson as Murdoch recovered quickly from that spine buster. Because Anderson is tired and worn out, the spine buster just wasn't quite as effective as he would have wanted it to be. As Murdoch and Anderson still fighting, battling one another. Arn Anderson lifts a knee into the gut of Murdoch, knocking him down, and then drops that knee to his back for 15 more damage as he's trying to capitalize on that spine buster he just hit him with. Murdoch's got to be reeling. So he continues to knee the back of Dick Murdoch for 11 more damage. He's now down to 239. He's below level 3. And we go to our wrestling raffle chart once again, this time of roll of 83. So the leading wrestler automatically wins the next control roll. And that will be Arn Anderson as he gets the next control roll as Anderson. Again, dropping the knees into the back of Dick Murdoch. 7 more damage as Anderson is looking to gain the upper hand here. Who will win this tightly contested battle between these two men? As Dick Murdoch tries a wrestling move as the arm drag. He tosses Anderson to the mat for 6 more damage as they continue this back and forth battle against one another. And Anderson, again, off the ropes goes Murdoch. As he comes off, he drops down and delivers a straight jab to the nether regions of Dick Murdoch as Murdoch is writhing. He lifts him up, and another brain buster is going to be delivered by Arn Anderson on to Dick Murdoch for 68 points, damage points. That's going to be still at level 3, not at level 4 yet, but this is going to be an automatic roll up by Arn Anderson. That B move on level 3, 1, 16, and 17. So the ref drops to the mat. A count of 1, a count of 2, and the hand comes down, and at 2.5, Dick Murdoch kicks out. He was just points away from the finish. But we continue in this match as Anderson still in control. Drops the elbow to the back of Dick Murdoch for 18 more damage as Murdoch is reeling from that brain buster as he's trying to gather himself on the ground. Anderson wants to continue the onslaught, and he does. And he's got him up, and it will be another brain buster as he brings him crashing down once again. delivering the second. No, this is Gourd Buster, excuse me. Keep calling it the Brain Buster. That's Murdoch's move. It's the Gourd Buster, and that's 72 points delivered. And that's going to take Murdoch down to level 4 as Anderson rolls him up once again. And at level 4, it's a 1, a 6, and a 65. So 2 Gourd Busters delivered back to back almost. And that's 1 as the hand comes down, 2 as the hand comes down, and 3. That is our match as Arn Anderson delivers back-to-back Gourd Busters, and Dick Murdoch is counted out. 1, 2, 3, the pinfall. As we see Arn Anderson, as J.J. Dillon comes into the ring, raising the hand of his wrestler in victory. And that is going to be our match, coming in at about 30 minutes, 36 minutes. And that was fun. I think rolling double points makes it move a little quicker. But a 30-minute match is plenty. And I enjoyed it. I hope you did. The winner by pinfall after delivering almost back-to-back Gourd Busters on Dick Murdoch is Arn Anderson. And that's going to be our broadcast. And I hope everyone has a great 4th of July. And I hope you have enjoyed this. I know I have. It's been fun being out here outdoors and just enjoying this beautiful morning. And I hope you have a great day. Soli Deo Glory.